Hi, everybody. I'm Holly Claire with the Social Media Advisor, coming to you live today with a dear friend of mine, Tricia Turpenoff with Turpenoff Photography. Welcome, Tricia.
Hi, Miss Holly. Thanks for having me today.
Oh my gosh. I have been looking forward to this live broadcast because your energy is top notch and you're one of my favorite photographers here in Colorado.
Well, thank you, Holly. I appreciate that. That's awesome.
You know, I got the opportunity to do a session with you and a group of, 7 other ladies and a gentleman.
Yeah.
And it was so cool because you captured the energy of the entire environment. We were in the mountains, right?
Oh, that was so lovely.
It was lovely. You captured it. So I got to see the pictures. Not everybody got to see all of them, but I got to see a good chunk of them. And
right.
I'm looking through these photographs and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, you captured the soul of every single person in there. And
thank you.
The lighting was perfect. The wind in the hair at the right time, you know. It was absolutely amazing. And I felt I wasn't the person that hired you, but I was a part of the experience. And I felt like you just really pampered us and brought out of us a really special place. So I am excited to just share your talents with the world and talk about you. It's all about you, lady.
Aw, thank you. You're making me blush.
Well, it's okay because you deserve it.
Thank you.
So let's start off with a little bit of a fun question. Okay. And so I need to know if you were to be a superhero, what would you be and why?
I would be, this is going to date me, but I'd be Wonder Woman. I'd be the original Wonder Woman. Yeah. Yes. Well, I mean, let's be honest. She gets an invisible jet. She gets that awesome jewelry, and she gets to wear a crown all the time. And and she fights crime, but the jewelry.
Okay. Well, let's take this one a step further. So we like the bling, right?
Yeah.
So then, okay. So I didn't share this question with you yet, but she's got a lot of tools. She's super awesome. She's got the crown. She's got the and she's got that cool truth lasso.
That's right. I love that lasso.
Right. I think the most fun part about her is that she's super feminine, but strong. Yeah. And that's totally you. Plus the bling, you got to have sparkle.
You got to have sparkle. It's true. I think at any age,
Yes. You have to have.
Tells me.
You have to have sparkle.
Yes, it's important in every aspect, whether you're wearing it or you just sparkle yourself.
You have to have sparkle. Yeah, and that's important too because wearing it is completely different than sparkling yourself because even in your photography work, you can see the sparkle, if you will, behind the person that you're taking pictures of, because there's just a light and an energy in everyone.
Oh, yeah. And it's fun to bring that out in people. And they think it's really difficult, but it's really not. It really is about listening to your client. And when you listen to them, and it's funny because they do things that they don't know they're doing, and I'm paying attention. And then those little fun quirks that they have about themselves come out when I photograph them. And that's just the best part of my job, is seeing people just explode with who they are onto that piece of paper. Or that digital file, if you will.
Yeah, well, and that's the cool thing too, because you do both. You provide digital images and printed images.
Absolutely.
Now, where did we meet?
Oh, well, I was at Katie Meyer's office from CR Conversations, and I said, I need a social media person to help me zhuzh everything up. And you were the one and only name that popped out of their mouth. Yep. And then the rest is history.
Rest is history. And I remember when we sat in my office together and we got to visit for the first time, I'm pretty sure the first couple times we got to visit, we didn't actually talk about work at all. We really got to know each other, and that was pretty awesome.
It really was. And I think that's kind of a key for me on when I have one-to-ones with people is, it's a good one-to-one when you really didn't get to business, because it is about building these relationships, based on trust. And when you like somebody, it just makes it super easy.
Yes, it totally does. So tell me let the world know about all of the different things that you do in your business, because it's Turpenoff Photography.
It is.
And you can find it turpenoffphotography.com. Actually,
it's just turpenoff.com, just my last name.
That's right. So turpenoff.com. Mm-hmm. Facebook is facebook.com/Turpenoff Photography. Yes. Perfect. And you're definitely going to want to follow her Facebook, because she shares on her Facebook images from her experiences with her clients, some of her projects. She also loves the color pink, and it's vibrant. So every time you see a post, not only do you get this energy from Tricia as far as her personality in general, but when you see her website and her social media, she emulates her brand throughout. And I think that's one of the unique things about what you do, is that whole branding component. I know you've got a couple of different buckets of business that you provide people. So let's talk about your top 3 services that you provide.
Awesome. Well, like you said, the branding is a huge deal. And branding businesswomen, entrepreneurs, it's one of my favorite things, because it's really become important to put yourself in the forefront, because people don't buy businesses. They buy people. They're like, I want to know you, and I want to be a part of what you're doing based on what they see. So branding's just really important. And you're right. I do. Actually, and you helped me with that too. Obviously, when I hired you to help zhuzh me up, we definitely made sure to really work our brand. And we've worked with a few different people on branding. And again, it's really important. And so I always bring that listening ear. Always. It's funny, when I decided branding needed to be a bigger part of our business, I realized I've been branding for years, because I always sit down with my clients for a design consult and say, what do you love? Who are you as a family? Or who are you as a high school senior? And I was like, oh, so I just need to adjust some questions and listen more about who their business is. So that was really easy. I really love that.
I love that too, because of the fact that you capture an individual, you capture the family, but then you also capture that brand, the essence of who they really are, right, and in their niche.
Absolutely. And that's first, really. It's like I'm capturing who they are, and their brand comes along with it, but it's who they are. Yeah.
And so then we've got the branding component, yep, and then
horses. This is kind of my new love. All 3 of these that we'll talk about today are just my biggest loves, but people who love horses, there's something that excites me about them. And so we go to horse ranches and photograph all day for their boarders, and we build an appreciation day. And some of the ranches actually do big shindigs around it. They have breakfast. They want to introduce their new doctor, or others will have me just come out and photograph, because what's wonderful about it is the client doesn't have to trailer their horse anywhere. And it's the same thing. They book the session, I call them, and I talk to them about, who are you? What's your horse like? How are we going to prepare for this? So when I meet them, we've already got a rapport started, and all the horses are different and all the owners are different. So it's a fun challenge to, again, capture their essence and that adoration that they have for this half-ton toddler that lives away from home.
Half-ton toddler. I love that.
They are. It's much like our dogs. All of them are different, and they always remain a toddler no matter how old they are. They just sleep more when they get older.
So true. So little hidden secret, Tricia and I both love animals. So if you didn't get that about me yet, here's a news flash. But what an amazing experience to be able to work with the owner and work with those horses.
Yes.
And they get to share a part of their time with you, which is just so precious, because there's the trust there as well. And animals know good people.
They do. They do, and I feel really blessed that they've always liked me. So I'm like, all right, I'm good. I'm good. You know when, because you're right. You know when an animal likes you, you're like, right on. I got it, man.
I'm good. Yeah.
I'm good. So yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then the third business that, or third part of my business that is becoming big is my mentoring. And I've been in professional photography. Oh my goodness. I've had a camera in my hand since I was 5, but professional about 25 years. And I have been given so much throughout my career from my friends and they didn't have to even be a photographer. I've been given so much through business that it's time for me to give back. And so I do some pro bono work for my guild, but I've really worked hard this last year to roll out my new mentoring program, which is almost ready. So I know. Today I'm going to Pikes Peak Community College here in Colorado Springs to speak to a group of college students. And so this is the first of the rollout. And so I'm really excited about it.
That's amazing. I can't wait to hear the results of that and just your experience and the feedback that you get from that group of people.
I know. I'm excited.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I've been working on this talk and the beginnings of the program, and it's about 20 minutes. And so I asked the instructor, I said, so how long do I have? She said up to 3 hours. I was like, oh,
what? That's a long time.
Exactly. I was like, well, I better get on my programming because I had all my outlines done of, because you want to, oh, hi, Mia Boss. That's awesome. I want to teach people all these different modules, and I had a few of them built out, but not every one of them. So it forced me to build out faster, which is fantastic. So they're my little test market today.
Yes. Okay. So seriously, I'm going to challenge you.
Okay.
Photographer, I challenge you to take some pictures of that room and some selfies of you in that room.
Oh no.
Share on your social media. And yes, this is the big challenge there, because if you share that content, it's one of those constant reminders of this is a service that Tricia can provide. And this is something that she provides as part of her business. Absolutely. So you put yourself out there, you've got your programming in place.
I do.
I know. That's why I offered it as a challenge, because.
All right. Challenge accepted.
Oh, awesome. I am holding you accountable this
Gosh.
afternoon.
It's on. I'm going to surprise you today.
Oh, I'm so excited to see that.
I know. Oh boy. Now I'm going to, got a plan for that. Well, I have to exceed the challenge, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Meet it, exceed it, excel at it. You got this thing, girl.
All right. I got it.
You're going to be awesome.
I'm going to be awesome. That's right.
So you got to get one of these. The funnest thing about this little mug is I can erase and put any other hashtag on there I want. Mia Voss should have one like this that's a wine glass.
Yes, she should.
Yeah, because I think that would be super fun too. So as a business owner, is there like one struggle that you have encountered in the life cycle of your business, and you've been in business for quite a while?
Yeah.
That you wish to share with business owners of something that you can overcover?
Absolutely. Yes, I would say that if you're struggling in your business, I think that it's about going back to your foundation and saying, what am I really doing? Who is really my niche? Because what I find in business owners is that we want to be all things to everyone. And I hear people stand up at networking events and say, anybody who has this, because everybody has hair, everybody has a face, but it's not true. I find that purpose-driven women are who I focus on, because they align with my beliefs and my heart. And so in going back to my roots and my foundation, that's where I found that it was like, oh, I'm going to stay in this lane, and that's all I'm going to do. And so that's really helped. It's not that I don't get to photograph outside of branding or equine. I do get to do that. But those are the things that I talk about in public to certain, to the right groups. And so, yeah, I think really going back to your foundation, and foundation it is hard. I worked through a lot of that last fall. And I have to say that I feel stronger than I ever have been, because And I didn't enjoy going through it, especially being a creative. But now I know that the next time I go back, it's going to be easier because I have already answered the questions and I just have to ask over again, as I grow, and things will change. But now that I've got the plan and the strategy of how I built my foundation, man, it's just so much easier. Ridiculous easy.
And that is so true. And the one thing that I'm constantly reminded of is something that I keep hearing over and over, especially with the staying in your lane, right? That you're only going to really be awesome at the things that you enjoy the most. So
Yes.
If I take on a client and they're not the right personality fit, or they're marketing something that doesn't really fit me as a person holistically, spiritually, business-wise, right?
Yes.
Like, I am not going to be in love with their message. I'm not going to be able to share it optimally.
I know.
And so we've got to stop as business owners trying to take on any opportunity that comes our way. I really do feel that if we start saying no, and knowing that no can be part of our vocabulary as entrepreneurs and business owners,
yes,
that we will actually fulfill our purpose and fulfill our pocketbook and our bank accounts with right amount of opportunities, because we are so narrowed in and focused.
Yes, absolutely. I have a statement I say to myself a lot, and that is, your success is determined by what you're willing to say no to. It's so, powerful. And it's so true, because every time someone asks me to do something, just like you said, it's still photography, but it's not what I want to do. It's not what my foundation says that my niche is. It's easy. I go, no, because I'm like, is that what I want to do? Does this fit into, and it doesn't fit. And it's like, I'm so sorry, I can't do that. And I just recently did that and it felt good. And because I did it, my calendar filled up where this other event was going to be. I'm like, okay, see,
isn't that amazing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's great advice, Tricia. I appreciate that so much, and just that reconfirmation, especially because of the fact that you have really zoned in on some very specific things with your marketing, your branding as a whole, especially with your programming. So you're a rock star.
Thank you.
So how do you feel that you could most benefit a business this year, getting them to the next level in 2017?
Oh, wow. I think really it's through my imagery. So if someone is a new business, it actually doesn't matter if they're a new business or they've been established and they just want they want to jump into the social media arena. They want to really make their website more friendly. Then I'm their person to help them with that, because definitely with the right kind of branding, the right kind of message, obviously that's how we all work together in social media and websites and photography, is that we all understand who that client is. And so with your amazing words, someone working an amazing website, and my imagery, I think that's where people really can climb.
That's powerful.
Thank you.
I'm excited to see your work in progress this year with all these new options, possibilities. So what is something that you are doing this year to, reach some of your goals? Obviously, you've been working really hard on your programming. Is that your big ultimate goal for this year?
Gosh, I want to fill up my calendar with my appreciation days, and of course, filling up my calendar with amazing businesses to brand. But the mentoring, my big goal is to speak 8 places this year. And so I have 3 so far, so that's good. But one of the big things that I worked with Katie Myers at CR Conversation. I worked with her on our 8-point touch strategy. Say that fast, right? And I'm using it now. I picked out the places I wanted to speak in my photography arena, and now I'm working my 8-point touch strategy with them. So it's an email, and this week I'm calling, and then in a couple weeks I send another email. And what she does is so invaluable. And it's not something that I had been doing regularly, and now it's become fun. I'm like, ooh, let me see if I can get them before that 5th touch, because of course that's the 5th touch is when they convert. The majority will. And I'm like, ooh, let me see. And so it's just become this fun thing that I really enjoy. And I'm seeing the progress go on, and people are signing up on my calendar to talk to me. And it's that's been my biggest, that's my goal, is to keep up on my 8-point touch strategy, because people usually give up around that third phone call or third email. And statistically, like I said, it takes 5 times before they convert. That's when the biggest conversion happens, because they're like, okay, they're not going away. I bet I do need them.
Yeah, no, it's a great strategy. That's for sure. It's a game changer.
It is. So that's my goal, is to keep up with my plans and strategies, and not let any of that slip by the wayside. Because as a small business owner, we have all this flexibility in our days, and it's like, oh, maybe I don't want to do that today. And when I started it, I had to make sure I made myself do it. And now, like I said, it's just fun because it's built out. Yeah.
It's so awesome to watch you work because you love what you do.
Thank you. I do love what I do. I'm so blessed. I am so blessed to be able to be a photographer. It was my God-given, he gave me this talent, and I am going to use it to the fullest until I can't walk out and snap that camera again.
Goosebumps. Goosebumps.
Thank you. I get goosies.
So what is something that you're offering the audience right now that they can take you up on?
You know what? I'm sure that there's a lot of entrepreneurs listening, and if they're looking for branding, if they buy any of my branding packages, I would love to give them a gift of an image. And when I give an image, I give them it in printable form and social media, so that they can use it, of course, in print media, on their website, on Facebook, wherever they're using it.
That's a really huge gift.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's amazing. You guys, I'm totally going to share. I've shared the link to her website, but I'll share her Facebook and all of her contact information in the comments down below, so that way you know how best to get in touch with Tricia. I would absolutely take the opportunity, get to meet her in person, sit down with her. You're going to love her energy. You're going to love her offerings. Look through her portfolio. It's amazing. And, take her up on that offer. And honestly, I wouldn't be able to just select one image. So,
no, the packages include more, I promise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely talk to her about that offer. That's really huge opportunity. I thank you so much, Tricia, for sharing today. I love being able to introduce you to my network, and I love getting to work with you as a power partner. You have changed the face for branding for quite a few people in our circle, and thank you for just being awesome at what you do.
Thank you for being awesome at what you do. You are the Be Awesome girl. Woo,
woo. Love you, lady. Thank you all to everyone who joined, those who join later. If you're watching this on YouTube, check out the contact information down below and the offer. Tricia's amazing. Definitely check her out. And thank you so much for joining. Just love you.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.